Play and Trade Guitars is giving away this Gibson Custom Shop Les Paul to one of you. How to enter? Subscribe to Play and Trade Guitars on YouTube, and we'll give it away when we hit 50,000 subscribers.
Welcome back to Play and Trade Guitars. I'm John, that's Zach behind the camera, and I've got an amazing Fender Player Series Telecaster, and this is a follow-up to our video that we did back in the fall on this beautiful guitar. Well, we told you, we promised we were gonna mod it, and now we're here to feature some amazing pickups from Seymour Duncan. Hit our links in the description. We've got all the hookups from Seymour Duncan for you to shop pickups. In this case, we're gonna be looking today at the Seymour Duncan Hot Rail for Telecasters. What are they? It's a set of single coil sized humbuckers that we can put in the Telecaster to get a high output sound with that humbucker feel. Going one step further, we're gonna mod this guitar so that it has a push-pull coil tap so we can still preserve the single coil sound of the Telecaster and then kick it in high gear when we really want to get that humbucker sound, which I'm really excited about. Just for added kicks, I'm gonna throw in this black pickguard. I think it's gonna look pretty sweet. I love the black dot inlays with the black pickguard. We're gonna give you a little before and after, so I'm gonna plug in the guitar and you're gonna hear everything as it is completely stock from Fender. We were impressed with the sounds of this guitar when we featured it in the fall. So you can check out that video. Make sure you're subscribed. We're giving away this incredible Gibson Custom Shop green top Les Paul, metallic green finish that I just go crazy for. So let's get to work, let's plug in, and let's hear the before. That's the before. We're running through a Kemper. This is gonna be a Dr. Z prescription. So I love the sound of a Dr. Z and a Tele. I think if you wanna bring out the funky spunk of a Telecaster, all stock configuration, I think it sounds really cool. I love the track. Props to Mr. Laptop Jones, our main man here, Zach, producing the music that we're playing behind. All right, to the bench we go. We are in business. Well, let's see where we stand. We have all the rough connections made here. So the first thing I'd like to do is some multimeter testing. And I'm getting a bridge reading right now, 14.9. Now for the $1 million question, let's pull the push-pull and see what happens. Yes! You want it to basically roughly half when you pull the push-pull. That would go single coil. In neck position, 10.3, push-pull, 5.4. We are in business. I'm very excited. Basically, we're gonna put this back together and play it. We're gonna A/B and call it a day.
It's alive. Dude, you did it.
I did it. Now, if you're kind of a novice like me and you're not used to doing a lot of wiring jobs, expect this to be an afternoon project. I mean, give yourself a few hours, be patient, have the right tools, but check out Seymour Duncan's resources. I basically was able to tackle this because I watched their How to Solder and 101 course, and it was awesome, and I did it. So here it is. The purpose of making this episode, in my opinion, is really a testament to what Seymour Duncan is doing to make it easy for us guitar players to make these modifications without being intimidated. But I'm not a trained guitar tech, I'm a guitar player who has built up confidence to do these modifications because of the great resources available from companies like Seymour Duncan. personally not really ever a fan of how humbuckers sound when they're split. I don't think they sound like single coils.
Right.
Truthfully, I think the single coil split is a cool option, but since it doesn't sound enough like a Telecaster to me, I would probably just wire it straight up humbucker and be like, that's the pumpkin caster I'm gonna grab with the high output humbuckers, because those sound really good. I'm really happy with how those sound. The single coil is like, it's got that, you know, thinner sound, but it doesn't quite sound like, it's not like you're preserving the sound of the Telecaster in my opinion, so might as well just go humbucker. But really, none of this is hard. It's just following a diagram that Seymour Duncan actually makes available on their website. So this right here is just a printout for a Telecaster with 2 humbuckers, 1 volume and 1 tone, like I have, and then push-pull coil split, and you know, a standard 3-way blade. So Seymour Duncan has a whole library with a drop-down menu. I mean, you go straight to it, and you can select any style guitar, and then they will give you a wiring diagram. And I am not a technically trained person, but I can read this diagram because they have made it as simple as possible to look at this and understand what wire goes where. And then with their course, How to Solder and Guitar Electronics 101, you really get a sense of exactly how to do it correctly, so it holds up over time and sounds its best. So it is easy if you're patient, if you have the right tools, if you get the right resources and information from Seymour Duncan. And then just remember that even if it goes south your first couple projects, even if I was to burn this pot out, it doesn't destroy the guitar. Worst case scenario, you put too much heat, something doesn't transfer right, you break one of these legs. Worst case scenario, you're buying yourself a new pot or a new component. It's extremely hard in the process of doing this to damage the actual guitar, and it's extremely hard to actually damage the pickups themselves. Everything, as long as you're using a quality soldering iron and follow their steps, I just want to reiterate that you can do this, and if I can do it, you can do it. Yeah, I think it really shines in a higher gain setting. I think you're using and taking advantage of the fact that they're higher output pickups, so they got a lot of meat to them. I also hear a lot more coming from the single coils when you push them. So with the split, I really can appreciate the sound of the single coils more with a more revved up sound. I think that that's what these pickups are really built for, is, you know, crank it loud, play it hard. I think on those both settings, I think sounded fantastic through a JCM 800 Marshall Kemper by Britt. The prior setting, we were playing through the Dr. Z prescription. And I think overall, I'm really happy with how this came out. It's rewarding to actually have it work after you put the thing together. It'd be a real shame, but if you're like me, you don't know a lot about this stuff, but if you can just kind of follow along with the Seymour Duncan resources and take your time and go at it, you can do it. I'm happy with the results. This is the Pumpkin Caster. We'll deem it, and it'll be for sale soon. So if you're interested in this guitar, let us know, and it could be yours. For Plain Trade Guitars, I'm John. That's Zach behind the camera. Make sure you're subscribed. We're giving away our Gibson Custom Shop Les Paul to one of you when we hit 50,000 subscribers. Check out our merch and drop a comment. Let us know what you think of these mods. Let us know how we did, and if you have any tips for us, we'd love to know down in the comments. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Plain Trade Guitars is giving away this Gibson Custom Shop Les Paul to one of you. How to enter? Subscribe to Plain Trade Guitars on YouTube, and we'll give it away when we hit 50,000 subscribers.